Dumalang, Namibia, welcome to the Tribe on One Africa TV. This week we are kicking off the December easy as we touch base with Namibian soul singer Bongani Soul. Plus, Lady Dinah is back from the United Kingdom and is ready to deliver her latest offering. Yes, you are about to hear it all with me, Sheulenga, right here on the Tribe. Do stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Ngosan oiskenesa Kovip tinakai Ngosan oiskenesa Kovip tinakai. Yo, this is your boy Bongani Soul and you are watching The Tribe.
Welcome back to the Tribe. On this week's Tribe exclusive, we are featuring a soul singer who was a finalist in the Search Namibia and currently working on a release for his studio album debut. Welcome back to the Tribe, Bongani Soul.
Thank you for having me.
It's so lovely to have you here as a solo artist, not attached to this Search platform, but as somebody who's gone back to the music to now really release.
Indeed.
It's like that idol story where there are other talented people.
Other children.
And then those children are shining at the end also, you know. Let's talk about your experience though, post the Search Namibia.
All right. In between the Search, there was a COVID scare as well. But through it all, I think it was an experience that I always want to say that I remained humble. I learned to be humble because the children are hungry.
Yes.
Yes. So that basically has taught me just to remain humble.
And we don't have everything that we want.
Exactly.
We cannot have it all. Yeah. But tell us about the doors it opened though for you, having other producers and talent scouts watching the platform to perhaps look for talent that they can invest in or work with. Tell us about what it did for your platform.
I think one of the highlights that stood out for me was the one that I got the opportunity to showcase at the contestant night under the stars. So
an event nuts just for you.
For me. That stood out for me the most, and the fact that I could expose or stand out and just show who I really wanted to be on stage and just lose myself.
Now, since your time on the show, here on The Tribe, because we spoke to you while you were participating on the platform, have you had the opportunity to work and record with established artists, maybe those who have been in the industry, maybe other choirs? Because I personally cannot wait to hear what you have to deliver when it comes to this EP.
Right. The thing is, I was in studio with Ponti Chukua, so he's my producer. I can trust him with my life. I've worked with Sam as well. Sam's one of the wildest, most legendary guitarists alive. I've worked with Ricardo as well. He's a violinist. So I basically want to bring people on board that are also like me, trying to establish themselves, as well as people that know the game as well. So that for me is always important. I also had backing vocals on one of my tracks, but it's people that are really just not known really, but they are there. They have been in the industry for some time.
Now, one of the challenges is releasing a debut project. I'm sure that you had it all planned how you would like it to go, but unfortunately, things don't go as we always plan. Tell us about just an up-to-date about the EP and if there is an opportunity to still hear your masterpiece.
Yeah, I entitled this one 35 because I turned 35 this year, and you know, 35, by that time you want to...
It's 86 babies.
Children. So I think for me that was an achievement or milestone that I wanted to reach. Thank God for the life that He has given me. 35 is not easy. And what you achieve at 35 is something that you always want to look back and say, I've gone through a lot, but this is how far I've come. So that was my baby. But you know, as you just mentioned, things don't go the way you planned them. But I think as time goes, I think there's still some songs that I want to get into this EP. Some of them that I want to take away. You know, it's a baby, so... You
want to chisel and to charm and to make sure.
Diamond, so that it can shine perfectly.
I like that. I like that. Now, in case you haven't been caught by his soul yet, here is a chance to see Bongani on The Tribe. Welcome back to the Tribe for part 2 of our Tribe exclusive featuring Namibian soul singer Bongani Soul. Tell us about the debut project. Let's talk about that in detail. You said it's called 35. You have worked with people who are at the same level as you are. But what is really the undertone of this project?
I think it speaks about life as I know it, life at 35, what I've gone through, relationships, loving yourself, speaking about abuse, haven't gone through that. Just wanting to raise awareness about things that we need to talk about as artists as well, but personally also giving myself so that people can understand me as a being who wants to be someone that needs to be understood. I hope I'm making sense.
An opportunity for people to really see you for who you are.
Yes, because people always see the facade of me posting on Facebook.
The search participant.
And you always give off that phase of keep the smile
so
on.
you are really going in your personal.
I want to get naked.
Aye, yay. You should have just called it Naked at 35.
I love it. Have a chance.
I love that. And that's what the music is about. It's a chance for us to always also experience you. What was some of the challenges? Was it hard to put yourself on the line? Because I know working with guys like Ponti, they let you.
Oh my
goodness. Let you loose, they tear away everything.
And he tells you to the T how you should do it, not to hide yourself or not to aid anything, but to be raw as you are. And that's what I love about him, because he gives you that platform to be you. Sometimes we get into studio. I mean, I've not been in studio for some time, so you get there and you're like, and he's like, no, come on,
what
I
is
know
this?
what you can do. So let's just get yourself out there.
So open up.
What I think about that stood out for me the most is the fact that I could relate to what I'm singing about. For the most, sometimes we just want to sing because the beat is good or the lyrics make sense or it's just catchy. But for me to put every lyrics to the T and mean it, that was the challenging part, I can say, because now you're telling a story and you're revealing so much of yourself. There were some tears.
No, there will be tears. There will be tears because you're exposing yourself. Yeah, and we can't wait to hear that vulnerability. What are you hoping this debut project will do for you in cementing your space and finding your tune in the industry?
I think what it needs to do, or what it has to do, is to bring back soul into music.
And boy, do we need soul in this land of ours.
We need soul. There's a song that says, look into your heart, look into your soul, be the change you want to be.
Amen.
Be the change you want to see. It's up to me to see what is wrong and to speak to it rather than turning a blind eye on it. So some of these things that I speak about are things that are reality. Children being abused, we're seeing things happening. We are in this phase where we celebrate or want to acknowledge activism about GBV, but sometimes we only put out the face, but in reality we're not acting up.
It's true.
So those are the things that I speak about.
Zoom into your center. What are you doing to change our society? Who are you? Who raised you? The giants whose shoulders you come from. What did they teach you? I love it. Oh my God, I can't wait. So when can we get it? When or where can we go to follow you to stay up to date?
All right, simple. Bongani Soul on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube as well. I have released a single. That one says Subutama.
It's not easy.
Life is not easy, but you have to make it.
Yes.
So Rick, come on, you come from the streets of Katutura. You know how it's been. It's humbling, it's loving, it raised characters, built people that are people today, for people, but in itself, when you go back home and look at the streets that we grew up, it's no longer safe. But that does not mean that we can raise children or people that can make a difference in this life from those dusty streets. So basically, going back home, being who we are, not forgetting where we come from, holding on to the foundations that we were taught, to raise one another, be there for one another, and just love one another. Those are the things that I am for and I believe in, and that's why I call myself the soul, because the soul speaks to the soul.
I must say, Do you have a date in mind? Even if it's 2022, we will accept and receive.
2022, I think, would be July. I'm a July baby.
Hey.
I love it, intimate and cozy. It's gonna be cold, but God willing, He that is the ultimate planner of everything. If not earlier in the first quarter of the year, I think July would go.
You mentioning that one of the performances that really has captured you, your own performance, is the one that you did on The Search. I think when you look back at that, you really feel the soul in Bongani. So here it is on The Tribe. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be back.
Everything keeps running back to me. The corner in my room right now reminds me of the harsh life I went through. Oh, don't you worry, child, don't you worry. No harm will come your way, no harm will come your way. Don't you worry, child, don't you worry. Everything will be okay. No sangue esqueneça, tu viptin a crei. No sangue esqueneça, tu viptin a crei. No sangue esqueneça, tu viptin a crei. No sangue esqueneça, tu viptin antimati solele, antimati zu, antimati solele, antimati zu. Omrenglam sa warutse, omrenglam sa ro, omrenglam sa warutse, omrenglam sa ro. Every child needs to be heard. They need to be loved. They need to be secure that everything will be alright. They need our protection. They need our guidance. They don't need to be abused. Every child needs to be heard. They need to be loved. They need to be secure that everything will be alright. They need our protection. They need our guidance. They don't need to be abused.